is up, everybody? Paulie P here from PK's Bike Shop with my boy Maximus, and today is going to be a very cool day, right? Today I have Melissa Bale, our Jamis rep, coming up with two of their state-of-the-art mountain bikes for 2019. Full suspension. One is called the Hardline, the other one is called the Portal. We're going to demo them before even the demo day down tomorrow at Hannah Park. Max, are you stoked for this or what?
I'm absolutely stoked.
He's super stoked. This guy loves mountain biking. He loves checking out new gear, and you guys are in for a treat. A little sneak peek of the Hardline and the Portal by Jamis Bikes. Let's get ready for this cool demo.
Why not?
All right, let's go. All right, I am here with
Brian
from Jamis Bikes, and he just came all the way up from Miami, Florida, 5-6 hour drive, but he brought up some new 2019 bikes that Jamis just rolled out, and I really don't know anything about it, so I'm going to hand it off over here. Brian, what do we got here?
First we have the Jamis Renegade. This is the Exploit, which is a steel bike. We do all three main frame materials with this: steel, aluminum, and carbon. Hydraulic disc brakes, fitting up to a 42C tire on the steel models and a 40C tire on the carbon models. This is an adventure bike. It could be a road bike, cross bike, touring bike. Really can do anything that you want it to do. Let's say the only limitation is rider confidence.
Yeah, this is definitely a bike for me because I like to ride a little bit off-road, but I'm also a roadie at the same time. This bike just reeks of super fun, and I just rode the other bike that we're going to get to, but it is a cousin of the Renegade. This is the Renegade again.
This is the Exploit.
The Exploit, and which one's the one I rode?
The Renegade Elite.
The Elite.
The top-end carbon model.
Yeah, no wonder I like this so much. It's super, a little bit more pricier than this, but they're both really awesome, and I'm super stoked to be able to check these out. Super stoked to be a Jamis dealer, and we're going to test ride this one a little bit later, and let's move on to the next Renegade. All right, so this is the bike that I rode just a little while ago, and I have to say it was just absolutely awesome. It shifted amazing. Obviously, the componentry is top notch, but I like the geometry, and I really like these fatter wheels on a road bike. I've never ridden something like this before, to be perfectly honest with you, but you know, if we get our wish and have our mountain bike trail across the street, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going on video right now to say I will own one of these. Right now I have the team issue Jamis Zenith Race, and it's awesome. I ride it every single day, and this thing with the new geometry is a game changer. Tell me a little bit about this geometry right here, because this seems like a new type of geometry for Jamis.
Yeah, so with the Renegade, it's as close as you can get to custom geometry right off the shelf. So we have 3 different fork offsets, 3 different bottom bracket drops, and 3 different chainstay lengths. We're also featuring our fastback chainstays here, or seat stays here for a little bit added lightweight and also just a sleeker design.
Yeah, it is very sleek. That's the first thing. It kind of reminds me of the Earth Cruiser 2 from last year because it had a really unique beach cruiser design, which I really liked. And just looking at this bottom bracket, it's like from another planet, from the future. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, it's just so beefy and strong. Very cool stuff. And you said it's got the hydraulic brakes, which is awesome. Just stop right on a dime.
Yeah, true.
Or on a squirrel.
True one-finger braking there, even from the tops of the hoods. Yeah.
Very cool. All right, so there's our Renegade series, our cyclocross series, on the road or on the trail, on the sidewalk, through down public shopping center. It doesn't matter. This bike is for you. All right, let's move on to the mountain bike section. Here we go. All right, now we're going to get into the super cool mountain bike. Right here we got the Dakar. And Brian, what kind of rider is going to go for a Dakar?
So the Dakar is our 120 travel, 27 5-inch wheel, a little bit more towards the cross-country side of things. Features our MP2 suspension design, which is a single pivot design, so kind of a great all-around performer there. Really kind of not necessarily entry level, but someone that's really just looking to get into their first full suspension bike. This bike can handle anything that you can throw at it.
I'm going to call him Dr. Jamis from now on. He went to Jamis Medical School for 7 years. This guy knows everything. So super cool, and I love the design of the frame. Is there anything in particular that you could point out to this design? Is this like a patented Jamis type of design, or?
Not really. It's something that
Okay.
we've been using for a long time. Had
Okay.
a lot of success with over the years. The MP2 design has just been a mainstay for the last 15 years with us.
Okay. You know, I haven't carried any full suspension bikes in the shop. It's always been hardtail. Because I always thought maybe it was an overkill for Florida, where in Colorado or, you know, the big downhilly states where you're going down mountains would be more inclined. But I'm kind of changing my tone when I'm looking at this because it just looks very comfortable when you ride.
Yeah, absolutely. Your back will thank you.
It will, and I have a very bad back.
Yeah. And as we get into, you know, more efficient suspension designs, there's really you're not sacrificing anything to go full suspension.
Awesome, very cool. All right, so that is the Jamis Dakar, and next up on the list is going to be the Portal. All right, here we go. All right, so next up is the Portal. I just saw something. Do we have ghosts in here, or what just happened? All right, so we have the dropper seat post, and it looks like you have a little switch here for it?
Yep.
Okay, so what is that going to come in handy for?
So anytime that you want to just kind of lower your center of gravity, get down over top of the bike a little bit more, just help you handle the bike better through more technical terrain, just drop that seat out of your way. And you can get off behind the bike a little bit more. Especially helps if you're going down some steeper stuff or doing drops or jumps.
Right on. And tell us a little bit about the Portal. What makes it so special?
So the Portal features our brand new 3VO suspension design. We're the first people to bring this to market here. It's a very efficient virtual pivot system where the virtual pivot moves through travel along the chainstay there. That virtual pivot point being behind the pedaling forces allows it to stay very efficient in pedaling uphill and downhill, or even rocking with a coil shock. We tell you to keep that shock open all the time.
Wow.
This bike can also, as you see it now, it's set up as a 29er. We have a flip chip right here, which changes the bottom bracket height and head tube angle, and that will optimize it for 27.5 plus, run up to a 3-inch tire.
Wow, so this, you know, is basically for, you can have a 27.5 or a 29er in the same frame.
Correct.
That is very, very cool, very versatile, and definitely opens the door for more people wanting to get this bike. All right, very cool. And can you tell us anything about the gearing? What do you chose here? It looks like a 1x11?
1x12 actually.
1x12.
Our demo models feature the SRAM Eagle drivetrains. So that's a 12-speed drivetrain back there, with the smallest cog being a 10-tooth, the largest cog being a 50. So there's really no
there's
limitations.
some range there, 10
There's some
to
range
50.
there, yeah.
Boy, times have changed since the 80s when I was lacing up my shoes. Very cool, awesome. Anything else I need to know? Anything for our viewers here at YouTube?
Well, I think we should move on to the Hardline. We can talk about it.
Let's talk about the Hardline. It's not the Redline that I used to ride, but it's the Hardline. Okay, so here we are. This was actually, I just watched it the other night, the Avengers. I saw the Hulk on this bike. This is his signature sponsored model. So is it as strong as the Hulk? It looks like it is.
It can handle the Hulk if he wants to ride it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Dr. Banner, you got a bike for you at PK's Bike Shop.
Yeah, so this is the Hardline. It's our 160 travel enduro style bike. While it is an enduro bike just by the length of travel, the very efficient pedaling design, you can really handle this bike anywhere you want. Goes uphill just as quickly as it goes downhill.
Wow, awesome.
So it's 27.5-inch wheel only. No flip chip on this guy here, but 160 travel with a piggyback shock on it lets it kind of soak up those longer descents. With this bike, the first time I rode it, it felt like I had a tailwind. It was going uphill so well.
Not a motor, but a tailwind, and I think that's legal. That is very, very cool. Amazing. So he's wind doping now with this bike. That's so awesome. What else do we need to know about this?
Still,
it's got the dropper seat post.
It's got the dropper post, same drivetrain as our Portal has there. Both the Portal and the Hardline. For stock builds, these are demo builds here, but for stock builds we have a $3,000 to $4,000 price point. With very solid component specs on those guys.
Yeah, and in the grand scheme of things, $3,000 to $4,000 for a top of the level bike is really not that bad.
Yeah, it's a very good value for what we're putting on.
Big time, and that's one of the things I love about Jamis is that you get a lot of bang for your buck.
Always.
You know,
yeah.
and that's definitely the selling point here at PK's. You're not going to spend too much, you're going to spend enough, but you're going to get high quality with the Jamis products, and as you can see, the excellent staff that are very knowledgeable. So if I can't answer it, which 9 out of 10 times I probably can't, we can always call down there and get some expertise down in Miami. Very cool. All right, well, I think the next thing is to test ride these a little bit.
That's right.
All right, let's do it. All right, very good. Thank you, Brian.
Absolutely.
All right.